For the video demonstration portion of this project, I decided to do a video walkthrough of my document. I decided to implement the table of contents feature of Google Docs. So here's my title page. First, I talked about the learner characteristics and barriers with a little introduction about my class. I observed over Google Meet a class my own class that my long-term sub is teaching. My long-term sub is actually my library aide, and this is a lesson that is mine, but that I gave her. And so I was looking at it with a new set of eyes. And it was really great to see because now I can make changes to it that are more UDL friendly. So I'm not in the classroom. I was able to observe one of my own lessons. So here's a little bit about the class, their background knowledge, their weaknesses and strengths. The class is in a unit on credibility and fake news. I describe the lesson here and include all of the checkpoints that I witnessed. I was able to witness quite a few when I observed, but there was also room for improvement. So here's my UDL design plan. The way I decided to organize it is pretty much just kind of like rewrite a whole new lesson and then add in purple the changes that I made. So anything that doesn't have a purple line of text underneath it means that there really wasn't any change to what the original lesson was. I did make quite a few changes, particularly in the form of student choice and adding an assessment piece. One thing I really noticed about the original lesson is there really wasn't any kind of assessment piece. There was really no observation of what the students learned. There was no demonstration of what they learned. So that was a major piece of the lesson that I changed. So everything new and any suggestion, any proposal is written in purple on the new lesson. The part that I added, the biggest major change was here, part 4, where students are going to demonstrate the strategies that they used in observing the photos. And this is something that the teacher can use as a formative assessment to assess student learning. I also added quite a bit of change and more ability for students to get up and move throughout the class to meet the needs of the learners with ADHD and the ones who require some movement breaks. I also added an exit ticket so that students could reflect and transfer knowledge. So here is where I added the new checkpoints. I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new checkpoints in addition to the ones that were already there. And then here is where I explain what needs those checkpoints meet in terms of the learner barriers that exist in the class. Here's my reflection, and I included in the appendix some of the materials that I have because this is my lesson and that I witnessed in the virtual observation. And that's my UDL design plan. Thank you.